Imane Khelif, the Algerian bloke, sorry, Sheila, woman, the Algerian boxer who won gold at the women's boxing at the Olympics, Imane Khelif, and then is, I think, currently suing people in France for hating on him during the Olympics and J.K. Rowling or something for saying he was a bloke. New reports in the last 3 days have leaked medical documents about Imane Khelif. And I feel a bit queasy, and it feels a bit wrong to go into the details of someone's physiology or their physical nature like this. But Imane Khelif chose to take part in the Olympics and put himself out there. And I say himself because these medical reports, I understand from back in 2022, show that he has no uterus. He does have gonads or testes. I'm not sure if they've descended. And a micro, and look, just kids, cover your ears, and a micro penis. And most importantly, XY chromosomes. So on every, and it may not be a fully formed male, he may have the unfortunate position of, but it's an XY chromosome. It's a male chromosome. So Khelif, I think by any person in the streets measurement, apart from the International Olympic Committee, is a bloke. He's a man. And he won a gold medal for beating women up in a ring. And I just think that's a terrible thing. But gosh, did that divide people? And did I come across people during the Olympics who got very uppity about, he's a woman. He says he's a woman. He's not. He's a bloke. And it became a real touch point or flare point, trigger point on the women in sport debate. Now, I read these stories the last couple of days, thought I've got to get Row Edge from Save Women's Sport. And, of course, we've had some progress here in New Zealand with wokester Raylene Castles at the Sport Foundation being told to pull her head in and rewrite our guidelines about blokes competing in women's sport at all levels. We're joined now by Row Edge from Save Women's Sport. Are we? Yeah, we're there. Row, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sean. How are you?
Well, surprise.
Shock, horror.
He's a fella. He's a fella. Knock me down with a feather.
No, I just have to say I saw this great comment on X
or a good
night.
right hook, Row.
Yeah, I saw this great comment on X last night. I haven't seen a man beat a woman that badly since the Olympics in relation to the election. And that's what we saw. We saw male violence sanctioned against women on the Olympic stage. And it's utterly appalling. And all those that are complicit in endorsing that should actually go. Like that, their position should be untenable. They all knew.
But Row, you know what's happening now? Reports coming now through The Guardian this morning. Khelif is now taking legal action against the reporter who broke that story.
Oh, yes, because we have to hide the truth, don't we? We must hide the truth at all costs, and anyone that tells the truth must be punished. Look, I think we're all over it. Americans were definitely over it yesterday, weren't they?
Would you agree? My analysis was this morning that part of that victory was people in the street saying an end to the madness of transgenderism and the like.
Yeah, there's so much madness, isn't it? Whether it's the climate cult, the trans cult, everyone's just over it. They just want to get back to common sense and reality.
Okay. What should happen now that we have, and it's amazing the kind of position, and it's like the Olympic Committee's just looking away.
Well, the problem is sex self-ID legislation, and we've got that here in New Zealand as well. So the Olympic Committee basically rely on a professional document, like a personal identification document, saying that someone's a woman, and that's all it has to be for them to allow someone to compete. Just like in New Zealand, it's the disaster of this policy that sells a lie, and then it turns everybody into liars trying to keep, pushing it. It's just ridiculous. So what should happen? Well, the gold medal should go. The woman that won the gold should be able to have the gold. The Olympic Committee should apologise to every female boxer who was put at risk through boxing Khelif, and also there was a Taiwanese boxer as well who has XY chromosomes, we understand, and normal functioning male testosterone who should never have been able to compete. He also won a gold medal. So there should be an apology, but look, we won't expect it because look how long it took for the Olympics to acknowledge the testosterone doping by the East Germans. Like, it was well over 10, 15 years, and those women have never got their medals. There just seems to be a total disregard for women's sport from too many sporting leaders around the world.
All right. Well, the Olympic Committee operates in New Zealand. Should we put legal pressure on them here that they have facilitated the beating of a man by a woman?
Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do, but I do know that Thomas Bach, who's the president of the IOC, is stepping down, and Seb Coe has put his hand up to stand up for the
And
for the
Seb Coe's a
position.
champion for common sense, isn't he?
He is. He has come out. I mean, World Athletics, he's protected the female category, and he said he'll make sure he protects the female category for the IOC as well. So I think we need to put pressure on the New Zealand Olympic Committee to support Seb Coe in his bid to be president.
All right. Ro, I just want to check. So you read on X, because that's one of the funniest things I've heard all in the last 24 hours.
I thought it was brilliant.
And that is,
Yeah.
I haven't seen a man beat a woman like that since the Olympics in regards to Trump beating Kamala Harris. That is very, very good.